Sometimes we hold on to things that have long been gone, to relationships that no longer please us, to dreams that have not come true, to resentments that devour us from the inside out. And the tighter we hold on, the more painful it becomes for us. Buddhism says suffering is not the result of the situation itself. It's the result of how we've become attached to her. We are suffering, not because someone has left us, but because we cannot let go. Not because it's over, but because we don't want to admit it. But in this simple, almost quiet thought, there is one of the deepest wisdom of the Buddha. Learn to let go, and you will find freedom. Everything you're attached to, sooner or later, brings pain. Everything you let go of becomes a source of peace. What is non-attachment in Buddhism? Many confuse detachment with indifference. They think, if you're not holding anything, then you don't care. But Buddhism says something else. Non-attachment is not cold, it is freedom. You can love a person with all your heart and at the same time not cling to him, not make him the meaning of your life. You can enjoy success, but don't depend on it. Don't turn it into your self-esteem. You can live your life to the fullest, but without the fear of losing it. The Buddha said, live like a lotus on water. Touch the world, but don't drown in it. Detachment is like opening the palm of your hand. Everything that should be with you will stay. And the fact that it's leaving means it's time. Imagine holding sand in the palm of your hand. If you clench your fist, the sand will fall out. But if you open your palm, it will remain lying still. So it is with life. The tighter we hold, the faster we lose. And here's the paradox. When you stop clinging, you begin to truly live, with an open heart, without fear, in the present moment. Why do we suffer from attachment? Suffering begins where the fear of loss appears. We fall in love and are afraid of parting. We achieve success and are afraid of losing it. We get used to comfort and suffer when something doesn't go according to plan. The Buddha explained the desire to hold on to the root of suffering. Everything changes. Everything goes away. Everything is reborn. But our mind wants stability. He says, it's mine. I deserve it. It should be forever. And now we no longer just love a person. We are attached to his presence. We don't just enjoy life. We are afraid that everything may change. Attachment creates the illusion of control. And when life suddenly shows that we can't hold on to everything, we fall into despair. One person has been building a relationship for a long time. He dreamed of a family, planned for the future, but everything collapsed. He suffered not only because he had lost a loved one, but because he could not let go of the image of his dreams. The image he had become so attached to. Buddhism would say, you're not suffering from what you are, but from the way you imagined it. That's where the pain of resistance lives. Life says, it's time to move on. And we say, no, I'm not ready. And the longer we hold on, the more painful it gets. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to swim on them. Detachment is not indifference, one of the most common fears. And if I let go, won't I become callous, cold, indifferent? No. Buddhism teaches not to give up feelings, but to free oneself from dependence. You can still love, care, be happy, be in a relationship, build dreams, but you do it with open palms, not clenched fists. You're not talking anymore. You have to be with me to make me happy. You say, You are there and I am grateful. You'll leave and I'll let you go. My happiness is inside. The Buddha said, "The mind that doesn't cling to anything is free, and in this freedom, true love is born. Because true love is not you I need, but I see you, respect you, and even if you leave, I will wish you well." Imagine that you are holding a bird. If you squeeze her hands, she'll die. If you open it, it can fly away, but it can also stay. Non-attachment is when you don't hold on by force, but create a space where someone wants to be around. We live in a world where everything is temporary. Youth, relationships, work, the body. But when you stop fighting this temporary nature, you begin to truly live, without fear, without squeezing, without the pain of loss. If you want to be happy, learn to love without getting attached. Learn to give without waiting. Learn to be without clinging. How do you learn to let go? Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean erasing emotions, pretending that nothing happened. To let go means to stop fighting with what has already happened. Accept, live, and take a step forward. But how can this be done in practice? First, realize what you're holding on to. Ask yourself honestly, what exactly can't I let go of? A person, a grudge, my image, a dream? Buddhism teaches that mindfulness is the first step to liberation. You can't let go of what you don't notice. Second, acknowledge the mutability of everything. The Buddha said, "Everything that has a beginning has an end." It's not a tragedy. It's the nature of life. Realizing this, you stop clinging to what is eternal. The third, let yourself live the feeling. Letting go does not mean suppressing. Cry, write, and speak if necessary, but do it with the intention of freeing yourself, not getting stuck. Feelings are like waves. Don't be afraid of them. They will pass if you don't resist them. Fourth, practice meditation. Meditation is a real-time let-go training. The thought came, you noticed it, and let it go. The emotion rose, you felt it, and let it pass. Every minute of meditation is a step towards inner freedom. Fifth, thank me, but don't hold on. Instead of, "I can't live without it," say, "Thank you that it was in my life. Now I'm moving on." Gratitude, the most powerful cure for attachment. You don't lose, you set free. You don't give up, you let go of what's already gone. The freedom that comes after letting go is a moment that comes unexpectedly. After the tears, after the internal struggle, after the nights when you turned everything over and over in your head, you suddenly wake up and feel empty, but light. It was as if a weight had been lifted from your shoulders, as if your breathing had become deeper, as if you had rediscovered yourself. This is freedom. Quiet, unnoticeable, without fanfare, but it fills every cell, and you understand, I let go, I live. The Buddha taught, when you let go, you don't lose, you become free. You are no longer dependent on the past. You are not waiting for the future. You are not clinging to people, opinions, things. You are here and now. And that's enough. History. One woman lost a loved one. For years, she lived in pain. But one day, tired of suffering, she sat down on the riverbank and just watched the water flow. She was thinking, water holds nothing. Why am I holding on? And for the first time in a long time, she allowed herself to let go. She didn't forget, but she stopped fighting. And that day, for the first time in a long time, she smiled. Freedom is not about having everything, but about not being a slave to anything. When we let go, we return to ourselves. When you let go, you don't just get rid of the pain, you regain space, silence, and strength. You stop being the one who holds, controls, and fears all the time, and you become the one who just lives. Buddhism says, true happiness is not in possession, but in presence. Not in retention, but in acceptance. By letting go of another person, you regain your integrity. By letting go of resentment, you purify your heart. By letting go of fear, you gain courage. By letting go of expectations, you learn to see life for what it is. And in this simplicity, in this clarity, in this lightness, you find yourself real, without masks, without tension, without pain. What you've let go of can no longer control you, which means you've become free. Buddhism teaches not to run away from life, but to be free, conscious, and alive in it. We let go not because we don't care, but because we choose to go forward with peace in our soul and light in our heart.